So hello everyone, this is Aether Nightmare and welcome back to what is hopefully the final parts of Where Waves Meet. So, continuing on, we should be in part 3, Toys for the Children. With Yelan's help, you locate Ashvabadi's hideout. There lies a past buried beneath the yellow sands, and with it, a truth behind the entire case. So let us go back down to the event menu. And meet up with the crew, see what all they've discovered on their end of things. That's cool that it actually rotates like a boat.
Took me a bit longer than I expected, but I found where he's hiding.
Let me just be sure of one thing. We're dealing with someone who has extremely dangerous weaponry in his hands. If it comes to it, are you prepared to handle the worst-case scenario?
Absolutely. You just need to trust us, just like we trusted you earlier.
Yeah, we've got this. My crew's already locked and loaded.
I'll take you at your word.
I know you said you wanted to keep this operation small, but I still thought you could use some backup. So, I chose a few promising young Spina members to help out. Clarande and I have got things covered at the expo.
Yes, we're ready to roll then.
Now that you're here, I guess we can get this show on the road.
Let's go! Team roll out!
Wait!
I'm sorry, you can't come with us. You need to stay at the expo like we agreed. It's for your own safety.
We know. It's just... Do you really think Uncle Ashvapati is working for the bad guys?
I wish I could answer that question, but it would just be speculation. And I work based off evidence.
He's been gone for 2 days now, and he just left us here. He's never done that before. Maybe he really is working for those people and was afraid of getting caught. But if that's true, then that means he must have been involved in making and selling weapons in the past too. Wouldn't that make him a bad person? That's not for us to say. Take a look around the expo. There are plenty of other people making and selling weapons. Doesn't mean they're necessarily all bad people.
Especially in a world with actual threats. Like hilly trolls and monsters and semi-sentient fungi and ancient dragon mechs and downright dragons.
Really? The same is true for your uncle. Whatever he may have done in the past, the real question we need to ask is why. There's a lot we need to know before we can judge a person.
Souls of the undead that come out of the cracks in the earth as a mist and take the form of your loved ones. You know, there's a lot of things.
In Fontaine, we have a long and complicated process in place just to make sure we get the right answer to that question.
And you still get it wrong sometimes.
Yeah. Why would Uncle Ashvapati do something like that? How about this? I'll make sure that Miss Chevras and Miss Yelan promise to bring your uncle back safe and sound. Then you can ask him yourselves.
Thanks, miss.
This situation is complicated and unpredictable. Isn't it a bit early to be making those kinds of promises? It's all right. We're prepared for whatever we might face.
Regardless, it's a promise we have to keep. After all, when the children get their answer, it will shape their understanding of what justice means.
Then, let's all do our part to make sure this ends as well as it possibly can.
Part 3 begin. Kinda losing my voice here, sorry. Okay, let's roll out. Sometimes after I eat, I lose my voice for a couple minutes, sorry. Where are we going?
Take it easy.
This way. I'll be back to normal in about 10-15 minutes.
It's raining again?
I don't
This
want to
isn't
trip
good.
on the
If
other
the rain washes away
quest.
the traces, it's gonna set us back a long way.
I don't like when they're so close together.
Stop right there!
We missed him.
Looks like he left behind plenty of evidence, though. Search the area. Let's see if we can find a lead.
This looks like it has eyeballs, actually, now that I take a closer look at it. I don't know if that's intentional or not.
Search the area. Let's see if we can find a lead.
Strange. Did he lead us here on purpose?
Maybe to draw our attention away?
These records look suspiciously familiar.
Yeah. Doesn't seem very coincidental to me either.
What is it?
Remember when I said this group's cover was ironclad? They were always careful never to leave a trail leading back to them. The one time they slipped up, it broke the case wide open. We found a cargo manifest left behind at the scene. That's the clue that led us to nod-krai.
It was a similar story on our end.
And now that same manifest shows up here, among the records left behind by Ashvapati.
So, he's the guy that slipped up back then?
Unless it wasn't a slip-up at all. How does the same clue get left behind at two separate scenes and picked up by two separate law enforcement agencies? Thinking back on it now, it doesn't seem quite so accidental after all.
Maybe someone's attempting to frame him then?
No. Almost like he led us here on purpose. But for what reason?
Keep the eyes off the real boss, maybe? Yes, totally me. Look at all this evidence that I'm laying out in my exact detail. Painting me as the actual culprit. Totally did it. If you can't tell, that's super sarcasm.
Hey, there's a letter here.
Look at how it's positioned. It was begging to be found. I think it might be for us.
You think he knew we would come here?
If he did, he's a more impressive opponent than I anticipated.
Let's keep going. We can read it together when we debrief.
A mini ballista.
Wait, is this what Paimon thinks it is?
It's the display model that goes with the prototype. Guess that does make him our thief.
What's worse is that, with his technical background, I bet he managed to bypass the security features on the prototype.
You're saying our guy has a battle-ready ballista in his possession, just waiting to be unleashed?
Oh, this isn't looking good.
Something isn't adding up. All the evidence suggests that he was here alone. Which begs the question, why would he unlock the ballista's features before even meeting up with his boss?
That's a question for another time. We need to focus on where he's going next.
This situation seems more complicated than we imagined. It looks like Ashvapati does have a connection to our criminal gang, but it might not be what we thought at first.
You don't think he's working for them?
Unlikely. He lured us to nod-krai, prepared those weapons on his own, deliberately put us on his trail. This is looking more and more like the work of an independent actor.
Well, if we want to get to the bottom of this, he's still our best lead.
Let's read the letter.
That would seem to be our last remaining clue. Let's do it.
To the officers of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol and the Liyue Qixing, you certainly live up to your reputation. Within a single day, you were able to eliminate over half of the gang's forces. I appreciate the effort.
Over half. Means there's still
doubt
more.
my secret hiding spot will be a secret much longer. So I suppose it's my turn to throw my hat in the ring. I'm just glad I no longer have to run. So, before my day in court is upon me, allow me to confess to my crimes. It all started with a Kshatriya researcher, expelled from the academia for violating a taboo. He had dedicated his life to the pursuit of knowledge. But when he found himself in the desert, it wasn't even worth a pail of water to quench his thirst. Could you spare some water? I'm a Kshatriya researcher. If you need something, I could.
Researchers like you are a dime a dozen. Smart as a whip until you find yourself in the desert. Then, you're lucky to survive the night.
Are you mocking me?
No, son. Just still trying to figure out why I've got such a soft spot for strays like you. Here, give me your canteen. You got somewhere to go?
Not really. Thanks to this water, though. At least I can rule out the bottom of a vulture's stomach.
Now you're talking like desert folk. You could always join my band of misfits.
Yeah, I bet those are the parents.
What would I do?
Gather food, guard our water source, just like everyone else I've taken in. Of course, if you have something you're good at, you're welcome to show it off. Every little bit helps.
All I know is weapons.
Weapons?
Yeah, I love studying them. Big and powerful ones, small and deadly ones, old ones, new ones. I believe the essence of Kshatriya research is embodied in weaponry, and the pursuit of this kind of technology is what pushes the world forward. My lifelong goal has always been to become a foremost expert on all kinds of weapons, so I can invent even more advanced ones. So I might have borrowed a few sensitive techs without permission, but you see the vision, right? The higher-ups in the academia just didn't understand.
The academia could have 1,001 reasons for exiling you out here, and it still wouldn't matter to me, son. All I care about is what this specialty of yours can do for us.
I can help upgrade your weaponry. That should come in handy in a dangerous place like the desert, surely.
True, weapons are essential to life here in the desert. Most folks get them when merchants happen to pass through. But when it comes to protecting the people here, this scimitar in my hand is more than enough. The kind of weapons you're talking about are overkill for a place like this.
Overkill? Really?
Our group is lucky. Our ancestors learned how to protect the oasis from the sandstorms to prevent it from drying up. Plus, we're pretty far off the beaten path. Helps us avoid conflict with other bands of Eremites. All in all, we don't have to travel to find water, we don't have to fight off other desert folk. It's a real place to call home. There are plenty of ways to die in the desert, but behind a lot of them lies too much ambition. So, having somewhere to settle down is more than enough for me.
I see. Guess I could do some odd jobs then.
I've heard you Kshatriya scholars are handy with all kinds of gadgets. You could always make something for the kids.
You mean, like, toys?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind. It'll give them something to do. Life can get boring out here.
All right, then. And just like that, A Kashara War scholar at the cutting edge of his field ended up in the desert, making toys for children. It got boring from time to time, but all in all, those days were quite pleasant. The Eremites accepted me as one of their own, and all the children loved me. Looking back now, I wish I could have lived like that until the end of my days. But then, those despicable people showed up, and it changed everything. Don't rush me. These materials are in short supply.
Oh, they've got a lot of nerve showing their faces back here.
Send the gem? It has been a while.
Well, we have a right to this oasis too. Our ancestors were part of the group that discovered it.
You hated this place. After that giant sandstorm when everyone else was trying to figure out how to help, you got out of Dodge the first chance you could get!
Because I knew better than to be stubborn. Stay in one place too long around here, and it might just be your grave.
You abandoned this place. If we'd done the same, the oasis wouldn't even exist anymore. You gave up your right to be here a long time ago.
I heard they joined another band of Eremites after leaving us, but got kicked out. I bet they're only crawling back to us now because they've got nowhere else to go.
Chief, should we drive him off?
I'd like to see you try. I'm warning you. You won't get rid of us that easily.
The irony being their
Leave
story's
them
not too
be.
different from his.
This oasis has always been big enough to sustain more than one group of people. It's not worth spilling blood over. All that matters is keeping the people here safe.
At the time, I didn't think much of it. Just Chaim Wazet being the kind-hearted man he always had been. And so, normal life continued. Much unchanged. Well, mostly. You can take the scholar out of the academia, but putting your life's work behind you is easier said than done. I often found myself flipping through my collection of blueprints and sketches. The ruined drakes, scattered around Sumeru, were of particular interest to me. As far as I knew, no one had been able to analyze or reproduce the technology within those mechanisms. But I was able to design a kind of lure to bait them into attacking a specific target, in effect, turning them into a weapon. Somehow, the new arrivals at the oasis must have caught wind of it, because they soon started taking an interest in me.
Hope you don't mind me asking, but is that a weapon you're researching?
I do mind, actually. It's none of your business.
Rumor is you used to be a researcher at the academia. All that knowledge going to waste out here in the sticks. What a shame.
What do you want?
I want to team up. The rules and red tape that got you kicked out of the academia, they don't exist in the desert. You could take this research to the next level. As things stand, all you've got is a blueprint and a pipe dream. But what if you had access to the right funds and materials?
What are you suggesting?
Me and my men can get you what you need. In return, all you gotta do is bring this sketch to life. We've always had a good eye for business. Just never the right product. But this thing right here, the different bands of Eremites are gonna shell out Mora left and right to get their hands on it.
You want to sell it?
It's a win-win. You provide the goods, and I earn enough Mora from these people to fund the research of your dreams.
I don't know.
I understand what you're worried about, but listen, it won't come back to bite the people here.
Spoilers, it probably does.
These people don't think bigger than this place. They don't get involved in conflict. I mean, come on. Their biggest enemy is the weather.
You've made a bad name for yourself around here. I don't want any part in this.
Well, it's your choice. But it could be the last meaningful choice you ever get in life. So I'll ask you again. Do you want to finally develop the weapons you've been dreaming of and realize your academic ambitions? Or do you want to stay here building toys for kids?
How I wish I'd made the right choice back then.
Yeah, we increased our prices. What about it? You gonna back out?
So, you're really as money hungry as they all say, huh?
Cash is king. That's just business.
Fine.
I'm done. I want out.
What are you talking about? We're making bank here.
I know what the weapons have been used for, and I refuse to be an accomplice to all this any longer.
What do you think they were going to be used for?
An accomplice? Listen, that's got nothing to do with us. People would be at each other's throats with or without our weapons. So they die to a machine instead of a scimitar. What difference does it make?
Can't you sell more than just weapons? Surely this can't be all the Eremites are interested in buying.
If you want to make the big Mora, you gotta push what sells. That's just how it is.
And that right there is why I want out.
Fine. I've made more than enough to leave this dump in the dust anyway. If you want out so bad, have it your way.
What was that? No.
Happy to hide his own tracks.
How was it?
Thing is, he didn't even really build any new technology. He just used Conria's old ones.
How did this happen?
You won't find a tribe in this desert without enemies. People have tried to steal water from this oasis in the past, but Kayem drove them off. Guess his enemies have been holding a grudge this whole time.
You sold weapons to his enemies. But he took you in when you had nowhere to turn. You owe him your life. Why would you do this?
It was the perfect excuse to drive up the price, that's why.
It was only later that I found out. This wasn't the first time Senegem and his men had turned around and stabbed their allies in the back. Let's just say there was a good reason they had nowhere else to turn back then. I didn't chase after them or try to hold them accountable. In that moment, all I could think about was saving as many people as I could in a desperate attempt to atone for my sins. But once the weapons I designed were turned against us, the fate of this place was sealed. Even I could do nothing to prevent it. In the end, despite all the burning tents I rushed into, I was only able to save 3 children. And now, you know the full account of my crimes.
So, revenge plot, I'm guessing?
I've been raising them ever since, while attempting to hunt down the men who made them orphans in the first place. This confession is for the kids to read, too. So, I hope you'll pass it along to them. They deserve to know the full truth of what happened. I know I'm in no position to make requests, but please, help them find loving parents to take them in. Above all else, they deserve a true family. Back then, I failed to see this through to the end. But I won't make that mistake again.
Jeez. If this is true...
He's after the same target as us. And he's out for revenge.
He even lured us to nod-krai to help him get it.
I think I know what he's planning to do with those ballistas now. If I'm right, this doesn't bode well.
Then we need to find him ASAP! It sounds like he's about to do something super dangerous. But we promised the kids we'd bring him back safe.
I can't just let him get rid of our target either. This crime ring runs deep. There are still many other conspirators we need to track down.
So where do we go to find him?
Oh?
You got something?
He knew we'd be out of the picture investigating this place. I think he decided to spring the trap that we set up.
He's gonna ambush the target when he comes to pick up the goods.
Oh, snap. He's not working for them. So our original plan could have worked all along.
The meeting will be happening any time now. Quick, we need to head to the rendezvous point.
Yeah, because they probably didn't stay in the desert. They probably, ritzed up a little bit. Oh, I don't even have that place unlocked yet. Ah! Alright. But it might be easier to come down. Depending on the terrain. Kuvaki's making the rocks float? There's something somewhere. Where is it? Is it down in here? Maybe it's in the crate? No. Would assume jumping, but... Oh, come on. Oh, I can't change that. I would assume you jump? Yeah, it's like these are backwards. But I still don't see the sigil. I feel like it should be right here, and yet I don't see it whatsoever. I wonder if once you change those portals around it appears. Because, yeah, I really, really don't see it. Unless it's on top. Nope, that's just the glow from the game's lighting. I bet you change that around and it maybe moves some of the stuff that's in the way. I'm kind of extra afraid to trip on stuff too, because I'd probably have to edit it out. Otherwise it'll be out of order when it actually goes up, because this is going to go at the end of a playlist.
Take it easy.
Why some that are so different in location? There's one here and then there's one right here. Why have two teleports that are so close together? Is this the spot? There we go.
Ashvapati.
It's been a while, Senegem. Over a decade at least.
How did you find this place?
All these years. And the signal you use for the meetup point still hasn't changed. All I had to do was pose as your point of contact. And fish a time and date out of that scout you sent.
Useless bunch of idiots. Just wait until my backup gets here.
Oh, I think that might take a while. The Fontaine and Liyue authorities have your men locked down tight. Every last one.
No. There's no way the cops could have known we'd be here.
Unless, of course, someone deliberately left a trail of clues leading them straight to the expo. That would be a different story, now wouldn't it? If they hadn't taken your agents out of the equation, I doubt I would have been able to lure you here.
So now what? You gonna turn me in too?
No. The authorities can have your men. But you're mine.
Is that for Tui Tech? Looks like your skills are as good as ever. Listen, I know you're mad that I've been racking up Mora without you all these years, but it looks like you still got it. If you want back in, we can work something out.
After everything that happened, what makes you think I would want back in?
Because what's the alternative? You're not here for revenge, are you? After Kayem was that took you in, you really convinced yourself you were one of them, huh? What you should have learned is that banking on loyalty and belonging is a losing hand. Better to cash out before you're in the hole. In the desert, my people live by one rule and one rule alone. The last laugh doesn't go to the righteous. It belongs to the one who knows how to cut their losses. Just look at me. When there's Mora to be earned in the desert, I'm a desert folk. When the opportunities in Fontaine are sweeter, I'm a Fontanian.
You think everyone is as much of a lowlife as you?
A lowlife? There's nothing Mora can't buy, Ashvapati. That includes prestige. You're talking to a renowned Fontanian philanthropist who lives in the Vasari Passage and spends his days going from one grand banquet to the next. Nobody who counts would dare call me a lowlife.
Are you done?
Clearly there's no reasoning with you. Fine. Have it your way. But if you want me dead so bad, why'd you come to face me alone? That wasn't the wisest decision now, was it?
Oh, don't you worry. I brought plenty of firepower with me. You could have brought a whole army for all I care. These weapons will bury every last one of you!
They launch up like nukes?
What the? Are you crazy? If that thing fires, you're not getting out of here alive either.
By the looks of it, it did fire.
That's the plan. It's high time both of us paid the price for our sins.
He's lost his mind. Get him! Start breaking his bones until he removes this barrier.
Hold it right there, all of you. Otherwise, I've got enough firepower to go around, too.
The Maison Gardiennage.
You got here sooner than I expected.
Yeah, we need to do something about that.
Sun in the sky! Looks like bad news!
Ashvapati, you have my word that these people will face the judgment of the Fontaine courts. Remove the barrier and come with us at once.
Fontanian justice is too merciful for them. You should leave us.
Stubborn fool.
Adi, Neb, and Rhea are waiting for you.
I don't deserve them. I have to atone for the things I've done.
What is it you feel you need to atone for? Weapons research?
You're from Liyue, right? Your ancestors were the first people to master the recipe for gunpowder. And yet, they turned it into fireworks and firecrackers that even children could play with. Surely, it's choices like that which make Liyue what it is today. I hear that it's a very peaceful place to live for the most part. But me? I chose to use my research skills to create weapons of war that brought death to countless people and destroyed the only home those kids had. That's why I have to atone. Because I have blood on my hands.
Sounds like you don't know as much as you think about fireworks. They might be harmless fun in this day and age, but they started out as weapons too, you know.
What?
That's right. Fireworks and firecrackers were originally developed for use as weapons. They needed something a little more powerful than usual for purging evil forces and scaring off wild beasts. Over time, evil spirits learned to fear the sight of flames, and the beasts retreated into the mountains. That's when people started repurposing fireworks for entertainment purposes. The peace we enjoy today isn't because we chose to make toys instead of weapons. The weapons are what secured us the peace in the first place. Only then did we have the luxury of choosing to turn them into toys instead. It's people, not weapons, that commit acts of evil. And when people are as bent on destruction as the evil forces and beasts faced by our forebears, whatever tools they have at their disposal end up as weapons.
Time is running out. Please. Leave while you still can.
Relax. Now that we have these guys in custody, I think we can find a way of repurposing these ballistas for the children's amusement.
Did you already change the rounds out? Was it fitting that I had Yoimiya earlier in the quest? Go, Robo, go! Seriously, he's still picking on kids.
I knew they were looking for trouble, but they messed with the wrong manager.
Boat's on the move. Are we gonna intercept it with one of ours? Turn it into a fireworks show? She did mention that they were anti-air.
Captain, we're in position.
Prepare to intercept! On my signal! Fire!
But how?
Because as long as you ignite him in midair, it really doesn't matter what you hit him with.
A fireworks show? Oh.
Recording mode on.
Has this always been part of the show?
No, dear, it's a special year.
No funny business.
I never imagined the Guizhong ballista could be used for something so beautiful.
Yep, the major fireworks here are set off by ship 2. I saw this coming. I didn't see this coming either. No, I did.
If you'll agree to come with us and answer some questions, it would be a big help to our investigation.
Of course. You'll have my full cooperation. I know I'm guilty. Just not sure of the precise crime at this point.
Honestly, me neither. I'm sure a case like yours would have Fontaine's top legal experts scratching their heads. As for these arms dealers, though, I can confidently say that none of them will be getting away with this. So at least you can take some solace in that.
And you know, there's always the, I'm gonna say it wrong, Felice Mecanice, Denelise Cardinal? Did I do it right?
I know. There's no sentence the court can give them that will satisfy you. But at least the trial will be a public declaration of their crimes and the punishment they will receive. The victims deserve that much. Considering the alternative was them dying in obscurity to a revenge killing with no one left behind to tell the story. This looks more like real justice to me.
I guess you're right.
Toys for Children Part 3 complete. Somber yet pretty. Okay, can I grab this without setting something off? Please let me grab this without setting something off. Yeah. Okay, I'm assuming back down to here? Actually, where is the... There we go. Couldn't find the expo for a second. Hello, buns. You got regular buns and floppy-eared buns. Wait until 700 the next day. Actually, does anybody else here change? I don't think they do.
If you want to drum up some business, all you gotta do is holler, and everyone on the first floor will be able to see you. Also, you have to come this way to get to the second floor, which pretty much guarantees that everyone attending the expo will notice you guys at some point. Not bad, huh? Thanks to the spot I saved you, you guys will be drowning in business before you know it.
Your point being?
Cross-referencing Yehoda's current facial expression against database. Confirmed. Analysis suggests that Yehoda hopes we will return the favor.
You bet I do. At least Robo-Girl gets it. Okay, how do we do that?
Generating proposal. Complete. Yehoda, the next time you visit the workshop, I will reserve the seat closest to the hallway for you.
Huh?
This seat provides priority access to any dessert items delivered from the kitchen. It is also free from window glare and sits at optimal proximity to the teapot. By reserving this premium spot for you, I can guarantee you a most enjoyable dessert sampling experience.
Probably not what she had in mind.
Is this your idea of a fair trade? Are you kidding me? That spot's usually reserved for me. I'd never let you take it if I didn't have my dessert budget to consider. What's going on? Yehoda looks upset. All right, I'll level with you. Since I saved you such a great spot for your booth and all, could you possibly lend me some technical support? Please? Technical support? This year's expo is way bigger than ever before, which means there's definitely gonna be more shenanigans going down too.
Already have been.
Surely you have some kind of contraption that can, like, scare everyone at the expo into compliance or something. As the manager, I need something I can fall back on in case the you-know-what hits the fan. Let me think. If things escalated that far, shouldn't you just report it to Nefer instead of trying to deal with it yourself? Well, yes, technically speaking. But if, for example, it was somehow kind of my fault to begin with, I'd probably be better off solving it myself on the DL.
Alright, what happened?
Remember those 3 kids? Well, that punk who was harassing them wasn't just some random nobody. He was just the one that got picked to stir things up. There's a whole bunch of people here who aren't happy with the booth situation. Now, obviously, they don't have the guts to pick a fight with the Voynich Guild directly, but apparently, they at least have the guts to harass 3 kids outside the confines of the expo. The problem is, I'm not really supposed to get involved with anything that isn't strictly to do with the expo, so the whole thing would kind of be hard to explain to Neff. Not that I regret what I did, but jeez, Yehoda, you sure know how to make life harder for yourself.
Okay, yeah. Sounds like we need to be smart about this.
I know. Do you think you can help Yehoda out?
Fine. Just this once, I guess I can lend you the Clink Clank Crisis Control Switch.
Agreed. This option meets Yehoda's requirement for an expo-wide intimidation strategy.
A Clink Clank Crisis Control Switch. What's that?
Probably the Bun Bun Army.
This little guy right here. I made it recently after getting myself into a really sticky situation.
The scene feels like it should have come first, so I probably did miss it. My bad. It's probably why she had the bunny army in that last cutscene. I didn't realize I should have grabbed this first. Sorry.
To activate the switch, you just need to give him 3 taps on the head. If you do that, there's pretty much nothing in nod-krai that you won't be able to handle.
Really? So what actually happens when you activate it?
You'll find out if it comes to it, but I'm only letting you use it once, so you better save it for when you really need it.
Okay, cool. I'll take your word for it.
Friendly return gift completed. And we know what she probably used it for, so...
Watch out there, Yehoda! Just keeping an eye on things. Looking out for any problems that might need me to step in. Hey! You 3! What are you doing here? There should be at least one of you manning the booth at all times.
Accessing booth operation logs. Analyzing. Neb left to try and buy a new blueprint. Ati soon followed to try and stop him. Finally, Rhea came to mediate between them.
I keep telling you, we don't have that much Mora to spare!
I just wanted to have a look. What's wrong with that?
Guys, seriously, stop fighting!
Here's the thing, Neb. Even if you could afford to buy a blueprint, I'm afraid I couldn't allow it. I know you like building stuff, but these designs aren't for toys like the kind you're used to. They're for weapons, which are very complicated to build and extremely dangerous.
That's a load of baloney, dumpster diver. My designs are toys too, actually.
Huh? You build a machine that can blast monsters into the sky, and in your mind, that's a toy?
I mean, at the end of the day, is there really that much difference between weapons and toys anyway?
Depends on the purpose.
Not where Knuckle Duckle's concerned. That's for sure.
Ugh, that's not the point. Anyway, you there with the brown hair, you want a blueprint?
Yeah! I want to make some thwack and smack defense bots too. I also have some design ideas of my own. And with your bots as the basis, maybe I'll be able to try them out for real.
Small child builds life-size Bionicle.
I get it. Your head's so full of ideas you want to bring to life that you can hardly sleep at night. You try eating some snacks to take your mind off things, but it doesn't seem to help anymore.
Exactly! But what can I do? I'll never be able to afford one of your blueprints.
Well, you must have blueprints for the toys you've made too, right? Let's trade! One of your toys for one of mine.
Really? Thank you so much, ma'am! Is it ma'am, or...?
It's Boss. Boss of the Clink Clank Crunkaki Craft Shop.
Thank you so much, boss of the Clink Clank Crunkaki Craft Shop.
Huh. That was very thoughtful. Who are you, and what have you done with Aino?
What's that supposed to mean? I'm a boss, aren't I? A lot of people depend on me. Looking out for them is a big part of the job.
Did that really just happen? For a moment there, Aino stopped being a little kid and acted like a full-on grown-up. A grown-up who's shorter than the kid she was looking out for, but still.
Previous records indicate that Aino has a 94% chance of adopting such behaviors when encountering a child in a similar situation to herself.
Big sis mode activated. Okay, let's see. Anybody else have... I'm gonna take a look, because maybe it's the Tales of the Many that did unlock. Yeah, I think it did. And that's what I was doing. But interestingly enough, those only opened, or seem to have opened after... Yeah, after the ending. So, or maybe I was wrong and I just needed to examine those first. Okay, that's the Fatui woman. She was down here. Oh, hey, I finally get to meet, Iglua? It looks like Iluga, but apparently it's Ilgua? I don't know.
Oh, Flint and Iglua! Fancy seeing you here!
It's like the G is higher up than what it is. She keeps saying Iglua even though it looks like Iluga.
Ah, traveler. Paimon. How do you do?
It's the wandering G. It appears in his name wherever it feels like. Are you here to buy some stuff?
That's our secondary goal. To put it in Mr. Flintz's words, it's important for Lightkeepers to spend some time in the land of the living every once in a while.
Yeah, at my point of doing this story, I don't know if he's being metaphorical or literal. Iglua, head of the Lightkeepers investigation squad. He's always at the forefront during battle, leading his squad against the wild hunt incursions. He's warm-hearted by nature and constantly looks out for those around him, sometimes to the point of over-worrying. This tendency is driven both by his personality and by an instinct root... And I really need to... I got my eyes re-examined. I do need new glasses, but they need to come in. And an instinct rooted in past experiences. To prevent such tragedies from repeating, he has decided to take up the light himself to ensure that the path ahead is illuminated for each and every one of his companions.
That sounds like something he'd say, yeah. Are you interested in these muskets? Since we're friends, Paimon will let you in on some insider info. This officer here is basically selling scrap.
Oh, I'm well aware. The sign makes that quite clear.
True.
I'm interested in this particular piece because it brings to mind a picture I once saw. It featured several Ratniki and a Fatui officer who fought alongside them. The weapon that the latter used was identical to this one.
The Fatui teamed up with the Lightkeepers?
That's not unusual. I've heard similar stories from our older members. The owner of this musket must have been a hero who stood against the wild hunt as well. But why would you sell a hero's firearm?
That's just how the rules work on our end. Everyone agreed to it. Whether it's a no-name sergeant like me or a renowned hero. Our equipment is to be collected and redistributed once we're dust on the wind. The stuff that's usable is given to new recruits. And the scrap is sold for whatever price it can still fetch. That way, we can at least put it towards feeding the grunts, you know? Better than following them to the grave.
Huh.
Thought-provoking perspective.
I think I'm going to buy this musket, Mr. Flintz. Could you tell me a few more stories about it when you get the chance?
Of course.
Okay, so we get to see them here at this expo. Do remember to take appropriate precautions and put on protective gear before using these in the field. I didn't know you were interested in Visitor's Muskets. You're free to browse, but someone of your abilities really does deserve a new higher-end one. Yeah, she said that before. How about... Kills too many. Are there any more that are unlockable? That one's done. This one. Where is the Fruity Order? That one's... No, not in Outland. Is it you? No. It's not Lieben. Lieben has his own. Well, maybe it was Laka. Ruthless Calla Lily. I bet it's with her.
Ahem. So what's the situation in need of mediation?
This person's been glaring daggers at me from behind since she arrived. Hey, you! I'm a member of the Fruity Order, you hear?
What a coincidence. So am I.
Wait, really? I first encountered the humor and intelligence of trendy Zaytun Peach in the New Tide anthology. Then I heard the legend of intrepid Valberry while I was in the Fortress of Meripede. The more I heard about your order, the more it drew me in. I've been searching for so long, but I was never able to find an actual member. So when I heard that the nod-krai Trade Expo was being held again, I applied under your name. And now, I finally get to meet you.
It's those idiots. Stirring up trouble again, huh?
So what I'm getting is that this guy's an imposter?
Our orders won the expo rights several years in a row, so we announced that we were backing out of the running this year to avoid conflict. Then, this guy had to come along. A few of the other groups were looking to duke it out, so imagine their anger when someone claiming to be one of ours snatched the expo rights again.
Well, no one's made any trouble for me. Wait, does that mean you've taken them all out already? Man, I knew it! The Fruity Order's as good as they say. Can I join?
Shouldn't you be worried about that?
We can't make trouble at the expo. Voynich Guild rules. Once it's all over, meet me at the harbor in Nasha Town.
I see. All right, I'll be there.
Does he not realize what's going on here?
No, we don't.
Also, considering our smooth collaborations thus far, a word of advice for the guild. This guy has only been able to keep his head in his booth because the Fruity Order took care of any rival factions. But if there's one thing the treasure hoarders have in spades, it's sore losers. Since our order has proven untouchable so far, they're sure to find easier targets to vent their frustration on. So look after those kids.
Huh. So this guy has been responsible for more than one conflict so far.
And yet he's probably been totally oblivious to it. He's like, I'm just happy to be a part of anything. Okay. Should I do... Technically there's an epilogue, but I kind of wonder if I should do the, challenge while I'm here. Ah, Lumine, is that you? Do you want to try some cutting-edge warfare? Just remotely control the Guizhong Ballista and run down a nasty surprise on those monsters from above. About the Alcor 2. You mean Beto's big you mean Beto's big shiny new ship? Paimon hasn't seen it before. You must have been building the Alcor 2 for ages. It must be the most powerful ship in the world by now. Ah, she's definitely one of the most formidable civilian ships out there. But if we're comparing her to the battleships of Liyue, Fontaine, and Snezhnaya, well, I'm not so sure. Besides, strictly speaking, she's the second ship of the Alcor class and the second biggest in the fleet. We haven't named her yet. You haven't given her a name, why not? Well, that's quite the story, actually. Battleships are usually given a naming ceremony when they're first launched, but the Alcor 2 sort of skipped the queue a bit. We launched her on the same day as another ship, a supply ship, and considering her rather special purpose, we decided to keep things low-key and do away with the naming ceremony altogether. Then after she was fully outfitted, she sailed straight into the open ocean. She was only back and docking long enough for us to verify her new propulsion system was working as planned before we took delivery of another set of new equipment and headed back out to sea. It's been quite the journey so far. Prior to this latest voyage to nod-krai, we haven't even officially announced her existence, so we've been calling her Number 2 this whole time, and the name started to stick.
Paimon feels like it's kinda sad for her just being called Number 2.
It sounds like a code name from a spy story. You should give her a catchy name. Agreed. In fact, we're hoping to name her when she makes her official debut at the Trade Expo. I'll be doing my best to come up with something that fits her stature. Any suggestion would be more than welcome. And I'm ready. Paimon's gonna give it 110%. That's the spirit. Give it your all, and these monsters are give these monsters a good blasting. Oh no, it's one of these. Should I do it by 10? There's a clear resemblance between a warhead screaming downward at full speed and a massive boulder plummeting from a tumultuous cliff. With enough momentum, both can shatter the enemy's armored roof. Oh, I don't fully know some of these either as enemies. They give me 2 crystallize. I know you are a support for this. I know he's level 1, but like we're gonna hang on by a prayer, okay? All party members lunar crystallize. Where is? There's Kooky. Look, he's only here for the buffs. Unless Linnea already buffs. I don't actually know what she does.
Locked and loaded, waiting on your signal.
Oof. I should have got the... Are we doing anything?
You got this.
I feel like I'm not doing anything. There we go. Like, does lunar crystallize exist in this moment?
Stand with me. Without further ado. Divine light, shield them.
Okay, there's something I'm missing. Don't give me a great job, I didn't score beans. I might also lower it to 4. Yeah, all party members' lunar crystallized damage increases by 60. How do I get the Guizhong Ballista to go off? I'm a little confused. Clearly I'm meant to be doing something and I'm not doing it. Okay. They did technically give me a tutorial before I started, but like... that was a few days ago. Characters, Zabai and Linnea. Alternative free-to-play, Aino and Iluga. Or Goro, if you don't have him, for Lunar Crystallize. Gather support progress by defeating as much enemies as possible using Lunar Crystallize against Geo-weak enemies. Once the bar above your HP reaches maximum, press it to launch Beto's Ballista attacks and shoot down as many enemies as possible. Okay. Teams with Zabai and Linnea require off-field Hydro characters like Kalambina, Aino, Yelan, Kokomi, and Sinksho. As long as you can apply a Hydro off-field, Lunar Crystallize will keep occurring with Linnea's off-field ability. And Zabai on-field agent and Zabai on-fields against the enemy. Okay, so I don't necessarily have to do that. So my issue was actually Kooky. I want somebody else that's off-field. I can do that.
Locked and loaded, waiting on your signal.
Oop, That failed. Nice. I was gonna say, that's gonna kill me. We're not gonna talk about that. Oh yeah, I can use items in here.
I could have done more.
I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, I'm gonna switch up. I need more hydro. I either need more hydro or I could technically bring Ino. I don't know if she counts for lunar towards this. Columbina, I know, Yelan, Kakomir, Sync Show. I bet Farina would probably work, but it doesn't suggest her, so. Off-field unit sets up Lunar Crystallize, switch to Zabai, activate Elemental Skill, normal attack 4 times, special Elemental Skill, repeat until end, use Burst whenever available? Yeah, because I'm not familiar with Zabai's rotation either.
Frontline guidance is up to you.
Lash attack! Good luck! As you like it! Go, Lumi!
Without further ado,
The Elemental Skill. Okay. 4?
Lofty wisdom will show us the way. Things are about to get dicey. Busted.
Look, the rainbow! Shine like a gemstone! Show 'em, Lumi!
Careful. Hold out till fire support arrives. Divine light, shield them. Gotcha.
I didn't charge anything for me. It's sapping my lunar charge. Or my elemental charge, I should say.
Quietly now.
So I was trying to charge this, and every time it was sucking it dry.
Fire support ready. Select a target.
I see what's ever in the center here.
Here comes the mother road. Nice guiding. Well done. Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Ding dong water bomb! Good luck! Show 'em, Lumi! A gift from the land beyond!
The sky's clear. The gleams will shine. Be cleansed. Light the dust.
I can't tell how many stars I got. All 3. I don't know how much more I need either. Like the Howling Gale, in the winds of a certain Melolith staff, a well-coordinated offensive should be like a Howling Gale, surging through every weakness in the enemy's defenses and also into the space beyond their front lines. So this one gives us Varka and Fischl. It does actually recommend to use the Durin and Venti team with Varka if you have them. I don't. I'm missing Venti. I do have Sucrose. It says you can also use Varka, Fischl, Sucrose, and Kuki, or Fischl, Sinksho, Beto, and Sucrose. When a character triggers Swirl, both the anima and the corresponding element will receive a damage boost. Varka and Fischl are available as trial characters. Use Fischl to deal off-field electro damage and alleviate Varka's Hexfry team requirement. Varka can then infuse his attacks with electro because of Fischl. Keep in mind that the buffs will only apply to the active character who triggered the Swirl, and don't forget to launch Beto's ballistic attacks and shoot down enemies. Character that initiated the Swirl, but that makes it seem like Sucrose maybe wouldn't be the best of ideas? Like, she is only really there as an animo to boost his Swirl? So I wonder if it'd be better to have her for Shred activate Swirl before you put out Fischl, do your setup, and then launch with Kuki. So
Locked and loaded, waiting on your signal.
if I do this,
The bond is strong. Odds revealed by.
I'm gonna fuse it. But he's gonna get the Hexfry bonus instead of Farazan, I hope. Hopefully? Hello?
On me. Off the ante. Off the ante.
Damn Shred.
Just careful. Hold out till fire support arrives.
Ow.
Off the ante. Maria sweeping in.
Have fun with this gift. Our bond is strong. Odds reveal thyself.
Yeah, because Fischl's here for the Hexfry. And then Farazan shreds wind resistance.
Gears of the storm. Dissipate. By royal decree.
On me. Thunder!
Truth repeats its course. Our bond is strong. Odds reveal thy.
Fire support ready. Select a target.
It didn't trigger very many ballista things, though. Oh, please try to hit as many enemies as you can, Bren. Don't be pedantic about it.
Here comes the mother load.
Silver. Like I said, I don't know if it's necessary to get the final ones. Next, like the Bursting Thunder. According to modern military doctrine in Teyvat, the deployment of forces should resemble a crashing thunderclap instead of a rolling rumble. A swift, decisive strike that settles the matter in a single blow is essential. One must never fall into the trap of sending a sluggish trickle of reinforcements. So this one's going to be Flynn's and Aino as our freebies. It really recommends actually using Flynn, Sucrose, Columbina, and Inefa. We don't have that. So similar to the first stage, Lunar Charge teams with nod-krai characters are best used to defeat Wild Hunt enemies. The enemies have huge HP pools, so it's best to make use of the trial Flynn's and Aino, or Columbina if you have her, to charge up your support progress faster. You can also use Sabai's Lunar Crystallize or Nefer's Lunar Boom if you have invested in them, as the enemies don't require Lunar Charged only. Okay. So set up sub DPS and support, switch to Flynn's, activate elemental skill, press elemental skill again, special elemental burst, normal attacks, elemental skill, special elemental burst. Oh, these characters play different. I can't just mash anymore. It says here no, yeah, recommends this and Fischl apparently. It has a sucrose because that's for free to play, but kind of wondering if that's just more for the off-fielding. In my case, I wonder if it'd be better to set up with... Where's the Yelan? Oops.
Locked and loaded. Waiting on your signal.
These are new. I don't even know what these are.
By royal decree. Flash attack.
Okay, so... Switch to Flynn's, activate elemental skill. Press elemental skill again. Oh, I already messed it up. Special elemental burst. Normal attacks. Apparently I worked.
Game's up. Runs over.
Oz, reveal thyself. You on this. Blood, there ain't.
Be silent.
Careful. Hold out till fire support arrives.
Gotcha.
I am not doing as much as I need to be doing here.
Night Phantasmagoria.
No claw.
Be silent. Observe.
I'm gonna die.
The long sleep beckons.
Did I just get bigger?
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
Blood, the rainbow. Your blood.
Close your eyes.
Flint! Dear Lord Flint!
Fear the dark.
Game's up. Runs over. Gotcha. Take it easy.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Flash attack.
Okay, we're gonna need a different thing.
Steady.
Or I need to learn how to play Flynn's.
Observe. The night comes.
Helps if you stay in the circle. Okay. Oh, nope, that's not what I meant to do at all.
Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
Blood, the rainbow.
Close your eyes.
Fire support ready. Select a target.
Okay, we're gonna change that. Okay, let's take Yelan out. I get the idea behind it. Kind of. I probably need Ino for the lunar. But I might actually switch out for Kuki. Just because I need the healing. I have a better idea for his two.
Up to you.
Flash attack.
Be silent.
Double.
Observe.
The skill again. Special elemental burst.
To dust.
Normal attacks. Elemental switch.
Strong. By royal decree. Blood, the rainbow.
Close your
1,
eyes.
2.
To dust.
Careful.
He's not lunar charged anymore.
Be silent. Observe. You can feel the dark. Close your eyes.
keep getting out of her circle.
By royal decree. Look, the rainbow!
The night comes.
Fire support ready. Select the target.
Go, 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 go.
Land the projectile in the middle of the enemy formation.
Excellent, they give us the big circle. Now, if you would like to all be in the big circle, that would make a difference. Okay, did better. Next, like oppressive frost, shrapnel and snowflakes operate in an unspoken accord. While the latter uses freezing cold to show a march, the former tears through the legs and wheels to achieve the same end. Okay. Oh no, Skirk. Skirk and Singcho. Recommends using Skirk, Escoffier. What's your name? Oh my gosh. Madam Archon, I cannot think of your name. Farina and Shenhe. I do not have two of those characters. Freeze is the main reaction of the stage. Skirk and Singcho are available as trial characters, which makes it easy to take advantage of the reaction. Skirk teams mostly consist of only Hydro and Cryo characters for it to be optimal. Aside from Singcho, characters like Farina, Escoffier, Shenhe are likely appreciated for such teams. If you need a set rotation for Skirk, sub DPS and support, switch to Skirk, tap Elemental Skill, Elemental Burst, normal attack times 5, a charged attack, normal attacks, repeat. Yeah, about that. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, so good luck. They recommend one other ice, if only for, buffing? Hence Shenhe. I don't really have any that are just buff. Aside from Layla, we could potentially bring Layla. I could also... I guess you could have Diona for the shield instead, but Layla does DPS similar to Fischl. So even though she's lower level, she's really there more for the bursts and stuff. And probably don't want to miss my HP too much, so maybe we should bring like Yelan. I don't know. Do I want healing or do I want... If this doesn't work out, I'll switch out Singcho for Farina.
Frontline guidance is up to you.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter.
Don't be scared.
Okay, switch to Skirk, tap Elemental Skill.
Get down to business.
Here comes the catch.
Quietly now.
Cole, mine's the command.
Let me weave you a verse. Know my sword.
Careful! Hold out till fire support arrives.
How's this? Let's get down to business.
Stars, shine for
My
me.
blade.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over. Rain cutter. Rain outlines your fate. Power.
Fire support ready. Select the target.
Okay, mini circle, go.
Land the projectile in the middle of the enemy formation.
Didn't charge up as much as I was expecting.
Don't be scared.
Mine to wield. Careful! Hold out till fire support arrives.
And gold. And last but not least, like the boundless forest line. When facing a formidable force, one must embody the resilience of a dense forest. Probably gonna be Lunar Bloom. Mirroring the enemy across a vast expanse until reinforcements arrive. Such is the goal to which many warrior has tirelessly striven. So we get Vishaps, Tainted Water Spouting Phantasms, and Construction Special Mekwisa. Yeah, it's Bloom. Best teams, it says, are Nefer, Sucrose, Columbina, and Llama. Lunar Bloom gets a significant damage boost in the stage. Nefer and Ino are available as trial characters. Nefer as the premier Lunar Bloom DPS, and requires her Ascendant Gleam and a Hydro character to properly function. Fortunately, Ino is available alongside her, who is a Moon Sign Hydro character. If possible, pair Nefer with Llama, as they come as a package deal. Yes, they do, but I do not have her, so... Yeah, I remember she had like a special rotation too, but... do you think I have it? No, I don't. So I'm probably gonna actually use Nahida to get the most that I can out of this Bloom. And part of me kind of wonders if I should bring either Yelan or Furina. It's just Sucrose in that lineup for some reason.
Frontline guidance is up to you.
Busted. Here comes the catch.
Ding dong water bomb.
The mystery unravels. No more lies. Can't hide the truth. It all adds up. What a joke.
Make yourselves at home.
Oops, dang it.
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey.
Careful. Hold out till fire support arrives. No more lies. Absurd.
Yeah, her hold was different, I remember. Dang it.
Of time.
Yeah, because when her lunar thing fills up, it does something different. I am stuck.
Sharing my knowledge.
Could move there for a second. Internet could also be acting up.
Game's up.
Look, the rainbow.
You guys zapped my...
It all adds up.
Yeah, you have 3, so let's do the hold.
Can't hide the truth. The deception ends here.
Did it even go off?
I see everything.
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
Ding dong water bomb.
No more lies. Fire support ready. Select the target.
Hurry!
Land the projectile in the middle of the enemy formation.
It's probably gonna be 2. Silver, yeah. Yeah, I forget that with Nefer, you actually have to hold for hers. Still... made it through all of them. Let's take a look at the prizes. So you usually don't have to do it 100%. Joint popularity reaches 1500. There is the crown. So that is all done. Expo attractions, I didn't get 100% technically, but good enough for me. Tales of Many, is there anyone? Yes, there is. With, Lieben. Oh, Vark is here too.
What do you think? Not bad. Tastes just like back in Mondstadt.
Probably is from Mondstadt.
You're here for the expo too?
Oh hey, traveler, Paimon. I was only planning to take a look around. Wasn't expecting this pleasant surprise. Out in this part of the world, even a homegrown Mondstadt apple is a rare treat.
Yes, and on that note, I should advise you that the prices are quite different from what you'll be used to back home.
Not a problem. It's a price worth paying for a taste of home. I'll take the whole batch and send someone to collect them later.
Should really double check those prices.
Huh. Looks like you've already made your money back, huh, Lieben? Oh, and Varka, since you're looking for a taste of home, have you tried the Mondstadt wine next door?
It might be $10 an apple.
He uses special connections to keep the import costs down.
Yeah, I've tried it. It's pretty good, but not Mondstadt wine good.
I figured it was probably a bootleg.
Besides, I wouldn't be able to buy any even if it was. We can't have the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius going around supporting smugglers, can we?
Oh, that's true. You're not gonna reprimand him though, are you?
Don't worry, I know it's Nefer's rules here. Not out to make life difficult for you. If you find yourself at a loose end, come visit our base sometime. I'm gonna get the Knights to make some cider out of these apples.
It would be my pleasure. Apple cider sounds really good though, except it's the total wrong season.
Generous as they say, Grandmaster.
It's the spring and apple cider is for the fall.
Looks like you finally made some real profit.
Hey, don't make me sound so incompetent. Though I'll admit, I wasn't expecting to make my money back quite so quickly. Now I can start thinking seriously about my next venture.
Where do you plan to make your next fortune?
I'm planning on heading to Snezhnograd, actually. I hear they're running low on lots of supplies because of Project Stuja. That's a business opportunity if I've ever seen one. With any luck, maybe I'll have the pleasure of seeing you there.
Yes, with any luck, maybe I'll be able to be far enough along in the story to know what Project Stuja is.
Well, good luck out there. Hope you strike it rich.
Also, I said I was in Luna 2. Turns out I'm actually in Act 2 of Luna 1. So...
What do you think they did with Ashvapaji in the end? Let's go ask them for an update.
I got a ways to go. Hi, D-Luke. Doing this business this far north requires traveling a long way. That means acquiring a large quantity of goods in advance and transporting everything all in one go by Sumpter Beast and Caravan. But what's likely to sell well? D-Luke's probably like, this is a fake.
All this way to investigate me. Still, as a member of this expo, I'm protected by the Voynich Guild. There's nothing you can do to stop me.
D-Luke's here in Batman form like, did you know these grapes are copyright to me?
I know. That's why I'll be taking this up with them directly.
It's been a while. What brings you here this time? Are you representing the Dawn Winery, or are you here as Owl?
Owl?
Take your pick. Even Owl would take issue with people smuggling the winery's products.
I understand. But please be assured that I would never pit the rules of the Voynich Guild against the interests of the Dawn Winery. Our long-standing collaboration is far too valuable to me for that. No faction exists in nod-krai that can impose their will on everyone else. The rules we have now are a result of the tug-of-war between them all. In any case, I only allowed this gentleman to sell his so-called Dawn Winery vintage here because I'm confident that it poses no threat to our collaboration.
He looks over here though like, it's swill, it's ruining my reputation.
I see. So this isn't from our cellars at all. It's not even from Mondstadt. You... I'm guessing you learned a few of our winemaking techniques, then brewed your own liquor using local ingredients from nod-krai. Imitations like these are no threat to our business.
Just you watch. One day, my wine will leave the Dawn Winery in the dust!
I'll grant that your wine is a perfectly palatable product. But the fact that you didn't dare to sell it without attaching our name to it speaks volumes. That alone tells me that I'll never need to worry about any serious competition from you.
Leaving so soon? Can't I persuade you to come to the Curatorium of Secrets for some tea with me and your 2 old friends?
Hey there! It sounded like you were discussing some pretty serious business, so Paimon didn't want to interrupt.
So here we are interrupting.
I'm afraid I'll have to decline.
That's a shame.
Next time you're back in Mondstadt, pay a visit to the Angel's Share. At least there, I can offer you a genuine Dawn Winery vintage.
Marched his butt all the way out here to throw shade. The man who makes wine, yet hates to drink it. These nod-krai ingredients are fascinating. The properties are nothing like those from Mondstadt. I must find a way to... Ooh, customer welcome. Okay, it doesn't say anything new. I just wanted to double check. Oh, Seat Lolly's here too.
Seat Lolly, I've been told that the merchants here are all protected by the organizers. I'm afraid confronting him myself will be more trouble than it's worth.
Do I have to do everything myself?
Sold all this stuff without Granny's permission, eh? Or was it stuff that was never meant to be sold?
Oh, please! Granny Eatsley, have mercy!
Chaska! Say Lolly! What are you,
It's a long story. Basically, a few members of the Flower Feather clan brought word from nod-krai that someone was selling Wyob fragments at this expo. Pretty serious stuff. So I brought Seat Lolly here to get to the bottom of it, and hopefully keep things under control.
Because that's why he was so ashamed.
Okay, well, as it turns out, we've been tasked with mediating any disputes like this.
Are you intending to try and stop me?
Please, Granny Eatsley.
Look, I'm not trying to be difficult, but you don't need me to tell you that our Wyob are not for sale. Wait a second.
They're probably fakes anyway. Just some regular obsidian.
This is just a shard of a Wyob pillar, and its power is long gone, so it no longer has any connection whatsoever to the Wyob. So, tell me, how much did they pay you to ship these out of Natlan?
About 800,000 more apiece.
What?
Apparently, people outside of Natlan don't know all that much about our culture. Some people take one look at those pillars and start bragging that they found a Wyob fragment. I didn't want to correct them, cause that way I could drum up the price.
Ugh, forget it. Since you asked me so nicely, I'll let him stay here until the expo's over. No point making a mountain out of a molehill.
Thank you, Granny Eatsley.
Oh, thank you, Granny Eatsley.
Oh, don't start thinking you're off the hook. Once this is over, you're going straight to Biram to face the music.
Do I get dragged onto a date while you're here? Okay, anybody else? Ah, yeah, Alice and Co. is over here. Although I bet trying to get to them was gonna set off the actual MSQ. Yeah.
Great! Everyone's in one place!
Now that we are on the other side of this incident, I suggest we put any remaining questions to rest here and now. The Voynich Guild won't be responsible for any disputes remaining after this meeting.
Understood. Well, there's been no serious harm to me or any of my compatriots. And with the arms dealing operation closed down, I've achieved my strategic objective. I'm happy to let the Fontaine authorities process the culprits from here on.
I appreciate your flexibility. I'll need all of them in my custody to proceed with the case files. As for you...
He's the only
Given your
family they have left.
association with the Voynich Guild, I suspect the boss of the Curatorium might raise some objections if I insisted on bringing you into custody as well.
Then what do you propose, Miss Chevreuse?
While pursuing one of the suspects in this case, it was unfortunately necessary for me to destroy a certain signboard in Nasha Town.
Is that an official confession, officer?
What I'm suggesting is that I don't file charges against Ashvapati, he stays here, and in return, you don't seek damages for the signboard. Sound fair?
Deal.
Huh. That went surprisingly smoothly. Paimon figured it was gonna be a whole ordeal.
Congrats, dude. Your life has the same weight as a literal billboard.
Uncle Ashvapati.
But in like a good way.
They told us the whole story. Everything you've done. Even so, we still want you as our uncle.
But
If you'd been less trusting of the promises these men made to you back then, and left some weapons for your own people to defend themselves with, maybe things would have turned out differently. The way I see it, your crime wasn't the weapons research itself. It was failing to use that knowledge sensibly, to protect the ones you cared about.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
Well then, what are you waiting for? The chance to atone for real is staring you right in the face.
Children, from now on, I will protect you with my life.
Traveler, Yelan. On behalf of the Fontaine authorities, it has been a pleasure working with you both. I wish you all the best.
I have plenty of other business to attend to, so it's probably about time I got going as well. See ya.
Looks like you're a free man.
I guess, but even if they won't arrest me, I still have a lot to answer for. I joined the Voynich Guild with my own agenda and nearly ruined their reputation. Are you really gonna let me get away with that?
After you joined us, it didn't take me long to find out that you'd lied about nearly everything. Everything except your desert origins. That turned out to be true. I actually consider the desert my home too, so I was interested to learn who the real Ashvapati was. Thanks to the Traveler, I now know the full story. And my, what a story it is. Granted, the final chapter caused us a fair amount of trouble. But hey, sometimes that's the price you pay for a good ending.
Are you serious?
I mean, obviously I can't let you stay in the guild. Not after all the rules you broke.
I completely understand.
I'd recommend that you take these kids back to the desert.
Why?
The desert has been plagued by seemingly endless conflict since as far back as I can remember. But your story offers a glimpse of a different way of life. Maybe there really is hope for peace in the desert. The Sumeru of today is a different world than what it once was. With Lesser Lord Kusanali at the helm, who knows where the possibilities end? Maybe you could rebuild the home these kids once knew.
I'm flattered, really. But that was a lifetime ago. I'm sure the sandstorms will have buried any last trace of that oasis by now. Sure, we could put up a few tents and call it a settlement. But what then? It would be a brutally harsh existence. There's no way around it.
Where there's Mora, there's always a way. Hello, my dear customer. Why don't you discuss your needs with me? If you can dream it, you can buy it.
So Mora is the answer, huh? All right. Say I wanted to buy a hometown for these children. You telling me I can buy that from you?
Don't take her so literally. She's just doing her sales pitch. Sure can. Huh?
Ta-da! I present to you one magical gemstone created by none other than the renowned mage Alice herself. Simply plant it in the ground and a spring will instantly start growing. Before long, you'll have yourself a fully fledged oasis. And the best part is, it's designed to work flawlessly, even in the most arid and sandiest of deserts.
What the?
Huh. Looks genuine to me.
Goodness. They always say you can find everything at the nod-krai Trade Expo. Turns out it's more than just marketing hyperbole. Still, surely a treasure like this must cost the world. As much as I'd love to buy it, I don't think I'm the kind of clientele you're looking for.
I wonder if it was one of the ones that Skirk dug up.
Actually, this could be your lucky day. The mage who tasked me with selling this insisted on setting the price herself, and she priced it as whatever keeps the kids happy. Needless to say, I could have found far more lucrative options. But alas, none of them would be worth breaking a promise to a mage over.
It was, probably wasn't a mage so much as it was a witch.
Whatever keeps the kids happy? So what is that in Mora?
Good question.
Whole bunch of Dodecos.
How about I charge you whatever you three kids earned at the expo? Then you can say you bought back your hometown through nothing but your own hard work. I think that would keep the kids very happy indeed. Wouldn't you agree?
Did they sell anything? That's probably gonna be the thumbnail.
Well, this was a strange turn of events.
You never know what to expect with Dory.
I think it's safe to say that this was one of the more memorable trade expos.
Speaking of the quote-unquote mages...
Hey, it's Alice and Nicole!
Why, hello, Traveler and Paimon.
Are you looking to buy some stuff from Dory, or rather did you sell some stuff to Dory?
Oh, quite the opposite. I'm her supplier. Nicole came up with a delightful new pricing method recently, which I've asked dear Dory to try out. We're here today to see how it's all going.
What sort of pricing method is that?
Curious? Well, allow me to explain. Instead of an amount of mora, you collect courage, kindness, or happiness from the buyer. The key is to make people realize they don't have to be rich. With an excellence of character, even the treasures of the Hexen Circle are within your reach. Kinda like a Seelie guiding intrepid adventurers through various tribulations until they claim their prize. Such fun, wouldn't you say?
Not for me. We didn't sell much Hexen Circle gear this time at all. At this point, I'll have to whip out some Samara specialties just to break even.
Wait, you're actually losing money, Dory?
You're saying our gifts didn't reach that many people?
I'm saying we made diddly squat. Hate to break it to you, Miss Mage, but you don't have much of a heck for business.
It might not have made much, but this has been quite a fun little experiment. To make it up to you, all the revenue from our merchandise is yours to keep, Dory.
I don't think she made any, though.
Oh, they don't call you a great mage for nothing, Miss Alice.
Yeah, that water maker was from the witches. Having to amass a collection of variable, interesting, and highly useful items for your perusal, and just for you, an exclusive discount, 50% off everything. Even these. I wonder if they're from a previous event, these little squirrels and stuff. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, Yehoda's right here, actually.
It's almost time for the expo to end. I'm asking for half a month's leave once we wrap this up.
Finally got time to relax, huh, Yehoda?
Yeah, thanks to you. Oh, things are pretty calm right now. Should be smooth sailing from here on out.
Sorry, but I've got a problem over here.
Same here. Yoda! You just jinxed it!
Someone made off with a batch of my goods using the goods first, pay later method. I thought the guild was the guarantor, but then I went to redeem my money and no dice.
The same thing happened to me. Goods first, pay later? That convenience is for exhibitors only. It works because their goods stored in the warehouse can be used as collateral.
The buyer did have guild-supplied certification.
In that case, he's one of you. Pick him out of the crowd and we're good to go.
The person I talked to was a tall, thin young man, but I don't see him here.
The one who bought from me was on the chubbier side. And nope, no sign of him either. Wait, so it wasn't the same person?
Miss Yehoda, we need help! Ati went into town a while back and we haven't heard from him.
What? Why would he do that?
He wanted to use the moral we got from our exhibit to buy everyone a little something in return for looking out for us. So he headed out alone.
Gods, this kid... Wait, did he have your certification from the guild with him?
Yeah, he's our older brother, so he's in charge of all that stuff.
Oh, this is bad.
Okay, let's not panic. What happened?
Somebody probably kidnapped the kid and is using his certification.
Remember those people who targeted Ati a while back? I'm worried they kidnapped him and are using his certification to scam goods off the other exhibitors.
Sorry. Oh, this isn't your fault.
Should we rescue Ati first? But nod-krai's huge! Where would we even start? We could go for the goods first, but we're dealing with a group. If they split up, it'll be impossible to nab them. Oh, come on, Yehoda, come on! You promised Boss Nephew to uphold the guild's reputation, and you promised the kids you'd protect them. This is all falling apart.
Looks like you're down to your last option, dumpster diver.
Oh, right! The Clink Clank Crisis Control Switch!
Oh, we technically didn't use this yet.
Clank Clank Crisis Control Switch activated. Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders.
Bunny Army, activate!
Activating the switch gives you temporary control over all the robots in nod-krai. If you wanted, you could turn this whole place upside down.
Yes, nearly seen you do it.
But it won't last long, so think about what you want to do first.
In that case, let's get the stolen goods back first.
All units, advance to rescue Ati!
I was gonna say, maybe focus on the kid first.
Orders
He's more
received.
important.
Orders received. Orders received.
With the help of the robots, Adi is quickly rescued and the people holding him scatter and flee. Guess we don't get to see it. We've already seen him get beefed in the face once.
Sorry. I made you all worry.
If anyone should be apologizing, it's those awful people who took you. You just wanted to repay everyone's kindness.
They stole my expo certificate. Did that cause trouble for anyone?
Let's just focus on one thing at a time.
Inventory complete. All goods have been retrieved.
See? Told ya. With the Clink Clank Crisis Control Switch, there's no problem in nod-krai you can't handle. With so many bots around, we didn't have to choose between the rescue and getting the goods back. We were able to do both.
I know.
These kids call me boss, and as their boss, it's my job to protect them. No way I'm letting them get in trouble with the guild.
Thanks, boss.
Ino's a great person to have on your side, huh?
Her and her robot bunny army.
To be honest, I could hug you right now. But I think I'll have that vacation first.
And her robot maid that is technically the soul of an ancient dragon god.
Oh, right! I owe you a hot dog, don't I?
Yehoda finally catches a break and is free from further drama for the time being. Good gracious. Okay, let's see what else we're missing here. Oh, is that the final one? Yeah, the Tales of Many, they're all complete, so that must have been the last one. Okay, that's complete. This is complete. Am I missing anything? Or have I finished? Expo attractions. Those are finished technically. Merging of affairs. Everything's done! Unless there's something here that I've yet to see, everything should be complete.
Take it easy.
Yeah, because I've already talked with everybody about these. Everybody says the same stuff as before. I've been through these, I've finished these. Yeah, so these do have the potential to open. I bet the Lunoculi that I found earlier was inside of the one. Okay, by the looks of it, everything appears to be done for Krumkake Craft Shop, which is cool. Although I might like to, with a little bit of extra time, check on a few things. I still feel like I'm missing something from this. Done, and done though, so I guess I'm done? I know in that land there was something I was supposed to give to Granny Eatsley. If you think I can remember where that is, you're wrong. Nope, that's not it. Where does... House. Where does she live? Seat Lolly Home is located where? Okay, on the big ridge. There should be a... I'm not seeing it. Here it is. Somewhere along here. Is this her house? There was something I needed to give to her that I gave her during another event. Nah, that's not it. She's in this zone somewhere, but I don't know exactly where she lives. Access during her trial. One of these. Was it further in like this?
Take it easy.
I want to say it was up in here. I keep forgetting to do it at the end of another mission. But if I do it now, it'll canonically be summoned in order. Except for the thing I have to give her. Can I just put them here? The books. We should probably write a message. Sweet Lolly might not even notice them in all this mess. Paimon finds a piece of paper and thinks for a moment before writing a note. Yeah, because these are some of the books she wanted. Sweet Lolly, we found the books you're looking for. You were sleeping when we got here and we didn't want to wake you. Maybe drink a little less next time, eh? Yeah, I probably should wind forward the clock. Yeah, okay. Then I might not be able to do this next part until, like, an actual server reset. So I guess in a future quest. Where am I standing? I am standing... Actually, maybe if I go outside and then come back inside. The things you do for quests. Finish all these quests and go to Yai Publishing House and collect your books and go back to her house and drop them off on the desk. And wait for daily reset for this dialogue. By daily reset, they literally do mean the server. Okay. So I won't be able to do that for a little while. I kind of want to see what Flynn's is up to, but Flynn's will probably be there for a while. So there is one more thing. I don't normally do these on main. However, I'm going nuts trying to show off that characters somewhat stalk you. So I'm gonna do one of these. And I'm gonna show you what the heck I mean, and you're gonna see how abysmally low my damage numbers are as a result. Because I need to get some lunar going here.
Sharing my knowledge. Committed to memory.
Game's up. Phone's over. Busted.
The bond is strong.
Don't actually want him dipping super low. Not as yet.
The Temple of Wisdom. Let's leave her a little.
Things are about to get dicey. Quietly now.
So otherwise he'll just regain it. I like to save he'll hate them for when he's in his regeneration phase. Like that. We can't recover as much.
Make yourselves at home. Ground's warm.
Here comes the cash. Busted. Take it easy.
The bond is strong.
Got an inch too close to it. There we go. Where's the... I was gonna say, where's the tree? Can I use any? Yeah, I can. Doesn't really matter what I get so much this time. Crap. It's bad, yet it's good at the same time. When you're desperate, I guess you take whatever you can get. Why so much defense? I mean, I guess I could give it to Iluga, but still. Even then, it doesn't. I want Elemental Mastery. Behold my rolls. This is why everything's like this. Where are they? There you are.
Did it really go this way? I don't see it anywhere. Ugh, I'm so tired, I can barely take another step. But if I don't find it, Boss Neff's gonna be real miffed. Ugh, stupid cat!
Yehoda, you lose a kitty?
Don't sneak up on me like that! Good thing you're here, though. I don't suppose you've seen a black and white striped cat around here? It's got a huge tail and a blue bow around its neck.
I can't say I have. You're looking for said cat here?
Yeah. I don't know why, though. Boss Neff suddenly got it in her head to send me out here on this gig. Said I needed to pay close attention to my surroundings. I told her if she wanted to find a cat, she could just put up a commission at the guild. They're always running around helping people find stuff. But she insisted I go looking myself.
I've been wandering around here all day without spotting so much as a strand of fur. If I go back empty-handed, Boss Sneff's probably gonna scold me. Ugh, what am I doing yammering away? I need to get back to searching for that blasted cat. Hey, Furball! Where are you?
Anecdote has been recorded. Yeah, there was this one, and then there was also Flynn's. So I'm going to... I don't know if he'll appear if he's also over here. I also don't want to trip on something, though, which makes it tricky. Because if he's over here, I might not get him to spawn.
Umbrella. Just pick up the pace.
Please don't trip on anything. 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 What you two doing?
Repairs complete. It was just an old circuit. Nothing serious.
Such remarkable efficiency, Miss Inefa. If it weren't for you, this streetlight would have had me stumped. If it had proven beyond fixing, I may have had to take my own lantern and hang it in its place.
Luckily, things didn't get to that point.
Aino previously proposed a solution. She said she could train the Ratniki so they'd have the basic knowledge to perform simple tasks, like repairing circuits. That way, you wouldn't need to inform Aino every time a streetlight goes out and then wait in the dark until I arrive to repair it.
The Ratniki are responsible for fixing the lights?
Yes and no. Strictly speaking, maintaining the brightness of the lights has been their traditional role. Before the use of Kuvaki became widespread, the streetlights were powered by regular oil. Back then, people were needed to light and extinguish the flames. Because of how dangerous said streets were at night, the Ratniki took on this role. They already carried lanterns, in any case, and were adept at using them while fighting. But as I'm sure you've already noticed, the current streetlights are powered by Kuvaki, and it's not so easy to light or extinguish them using traditional means. Because of this, whenever a light goes out nowadays, all I can do is stand here helplessly and wait for a professional to come along and solve the problem.
Why don't Aino give you some training? Have you not arranged to have classes?
Aino organized an engineering seminar, but all the Ratniki made excuses to leave halfway through. They said things like, I have an urgent task, or I need to go on patrol, or it's time for me to make a report.
Do none of you have any ambition to learn engineering whatsoever?
I didn't leave. It is, after all, disrespectful to the host to leave a seminar early.
True, but the biscuits you brought were too much of a distraction for Aino. She stopped teaching completely. And then I was so busy trying to stop her from eating that I could not take over the seminar.
Just let her
So
eat then.
Please, the next time you attend a class of any kind, don't bring anything sweet that might attract Aino's attention. And don't bring any toys either.
I promise I won't.
Please say it in full. The last time you promised not to bring anything sweet, you brought a toy, and Aino was completely unable to continue.
I promise I won't bring anything sweet, any toys, or anything else that might unduly divert Miss Aino's attention.
That's better. I'll notify you when she next holds an engineering class. For now, I have to pick some laka berries for her. Goodbye.
He's like, not great, now I need to engineer my distraction outside.
Traveler, do you know of anything else besides sweet treats, toys, and small fluffy animals that might keep Miss Aino quiet for a while? Half an hour shall suffice.
This man really does want to do anything to get out of learning any sort of skill. I think you're better off studying. Well, if you can't think of any items, why not try bringing a companion instead? Dude, learn to study. Fix the lamps.
Oh, since you feel that way too, it seems I have no choice but to submit myself to her baptism of erudition.
Come on, man. Sometimes you just gotta do the studying, even if it's not fun. I'll go along with you if you need me to. Maybe I need to be your companion rather than you finding a companion to distract her. I'll be your study buddy.
I only hope I don't drown in the ocean of knowledge she wishes to impart.
Start slow. I believe in you. Okay, now that he's no longer there, I wonder if I can get him to spawn here.
It's a nice day, but I can't seem...
I wonder if it's a one-a-day thing, since it changed before. Time to find out.
A minute to memory. Yeah, this may hurt a little.
Yeah, oftentimes if you can't get the gauge up fast enough, this round is just for getting things stabilized.
Things are about to get dicey.
Here you are.
Like I said, I don't want to push him over the edge. Not until I can set up another round of my attacks. Go. Do this. Yep, see those extra ones? I want to wait till I get those. And I can go all out.
Here comes the catch.
I take them down way faster this way.
The process of elimination. Flicker.
Otherwise, if I get too far out of the rhythm, I can mess myself up.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Yeah, especially since Alhatham's burst cancels his skill, so you gotta burst and then skill to use them together. I knew it. Alright. Who gets it? Who's I working on last? What do I even have you on? I keep using you, and yet I don't actually...
Wait.
Don't actually have any of her equipment built. Attack. That is actually really good, I think. Potentially. Iffy on the defense. Okay, is Flynn's gonna show up this time? There he is! Told you I'm not crazy.
Hello there, traveler. Fancy running into you here.
This keeps happening when I'm leveling.
I was just out patrolling the area, cleaning up a spot of wild hunt unpleasantness. And now here you are. This is quite a ways from town, and the area's teeming with monsters and the wild hunt. If you need me to escort you back, I'd be more than happy to oblige.
There's no need for that. I have a few things to take care of first.
Ah, I see. In that case, I'd better not distract you.
Don't worry, I'm quite tough. I don't encourage danger. I don't encounter danger. Danger encounters me.
Well said. And I have witnessed your skills already.
I should have said the second one. It fits me better.
Not to make the offer, having found you alone in the wilderness. Anyway,
Again.
I'd best be going. If you do find yourself in need of help, you know where to find me. I'll always be ready to answer when you come knocking on my door.
He does seem like a sweet person. I don't know enough about his personality yet, so I've only really met him in the MSQ like once. But I guess I know that he takes care of the wild hunt, likes to escort me back home if I'm lost in the wilderness, and really, really hates studying engineering. And we'll do just about anything to get out of it. So with that, we're done with pretty much everything here. And this concludes an actual event done, so that means we can do our goal. And we get another Kirara. Yeah, she is on rate up. Okay.
There have been many poorly written.
Who I haven't even started building the artifacts in full for because I need to farm a different set entirely, and I just, as you see, I do not have the space, and I gotta focus on other things. Material circulation. Every 8,000 max HP Kirara possesses will cause her to create 1 extra cat grass cardamom. When she uses secret art surprise dispatch, a maximum of 4 extra can be created this way. Oh, this one I already have, never mind. It helps if you read the right thing. When Kirara is in the urgent Neko parcel state of Meowterkick, she will grant the other party members she crashes into critical transport shields. The damage absorption of the critical transport shield is 40% of the maximum absorption Meowterkick's normal shields of safe transport are capable of, and will absorb Dendro damage with 250% effectiveness. Okay, so she's a Dendro shield now. Critical transport shields last 12 seconds and can be triggered once on each character every 10. Okay, so now she comes with a shield. I'm assuming that they are based off of her HP. Shield damage absorption, yeah. 10% max HP and 16% max HP. Okay. Yeah, because I'm building her as a mixed set between Forward Shaka's Glow and Tenacity of the Millilith for just max HP, but the problem being is pieces not good. Pieces lacking. You know that completely sucks, and yet it also works. Also, I think I lack the stat pieces I need for this one. That's why I haven't chosen Flower or Feather yet. I could easily do Flower or Feather, but I need more of either of these to get the HP stat that I need. Which is why nothing is presently equipped. Yep, I don't have any other HP that Layla's not already on, and I actually use Layla more, so...
Applications lately.
With that, this is where I'm going to call it. Like I said, I know nod-krai is going to be a little bit of a mess if you watch these in a linear order for stuff that's coming out, but I'm doing my best to try and make the playlist make a little bit more sense compared to some of my past Genshin playthroughs where it's like, I'm in this region, now I'm in this region, now I'm catching up here, now I'm back in the main MSQ, and it became just an absolute disaster. I'm doing my best to rectify that, so while there's going to be a few things here and there, like my character events that might have been better suited to earlier, I don't know, since you can encounter them at any time, we'll just say I encountered them here, and it works. So for now, this is where I'm going to call it. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more Genshin Impact, and I hope to see you all in future videos. Bye-bye!